like drawing, and I live in Mathare North Area 3.
I stay in Mathare North in Area 2.
I've been working here for the last 4 years.
I've been teaching here for 1 year.
What we normally do here, we give a special care, education, feeding program, and also uniform.
According to the Economic Survey Report of 2009, 69% of women and 61% of men have at least completed primary school education in Nairobi. This shows that 39% of Nairobi women and 31% of Nairobi men are illiterate. This high illiteracy level has contributed to the current high school dropout rate, which has resulted in so many street children and families in Nairobi. There are 16,334 non-formal schools in Kenya today, and Better Life Community School, located in Mathare North, is one of them. Mathare North is a slum area, badly affected by poverty and the HIV/AIDS pandemic. Thus, many middle-aged people have died so far, leaving behind helpless orphans who are now dependent on well-wishers and guardians for their survival. This is where Better Life Community School comes in, a school that is constantly trying to address the needs of the ever-increasing orphans and vulnerable children by giving them education, which is the best legacy anyone can give to the leaders of tomorrow. Today, I decided to visit the school, which has a population of 200 students with classes ranging from pre-unit to Form 1 up to Form 8. On my way, I noticed that the environment might be a challenge to the school, so I'm taking a mental note and hoping that the staff will be able to tell me how they feel about the environment. The director of the school, Mr. Mwanzia, is expecting me. I informed him earlier that I would be visiting. As I enter, I am welcomed by the noise of pupils who are excited to see a visitor. Mr. Mwanzia, who has been eagerly waiting for my visit, now gives me a brief history of the school.
My name is Samuel Mwanzia Kieti, Director of Better Life Community Center. Our mission of Better Life is to give hope to the hopeless children within Mathare North Area 2 or within the slums. Because here, within the slums, there are a lot of challenges of education, feeding program, and health care within the slums. So what we normally do here, we give a special care, education, feeding program, and also uniform. The requirement is a determination of the children to come here to get education.
After becoming acquainted with the school's history, I take a walk and look around. From my observation, I noticed the school has some challenges regarding proper facilities, such as lack of proper washroom facility and lack of adequate space, even in classrooms. So I decide to speak to the school director about the challenges they face in the day-to-day running of Better Life.
On a daily basis, we face the challenges of finances, that is money to pay teachers and also rent. Money is a main challenge in our school. About the facilities, these are commonly challenged to slums children, and these are common to all the schools around us because we have a limitation of space, like a playing ground, like enough space for classrooms, and those challenges are common in the slums. If I can get enough funds, I can buy land to accommodate more children and then build a decent school if funds are available.
After speaking to the director, I spoke to one of the male staff.
I'm George Omondi Otembo. I'm a teacher at Better Life Community School. I've been working here for the last 4 years. Yeah, and I like it. There are ups and downs, especially during the elections or electioneering period. You find different camps of the politicians. They always throw words at each other, and maybe some of the citizens go ahead in bringing that issue to the ground, and that makes them start running up and down. But being the fact that the children are always ready and we always tell them in advance of such things, they don't find it difficult to participate or to concentrate in the education. The facilities that maybe we can need is, okay, we have the number of pupils that we have and the number of washrooms that we have. It's a bit, the ratio is so big. The ratio is so big such that if we can maybe get some additional, I think maintaining the cleanliness of the school will be a very easy subject. If we were in a more conducive environment, we could do better because you find we have the co-curriculum activities that the pupils need to participate in, but because we lack the playing grounds, we might not be able to involve them in such activities. But if we get a better environment that is much bigger than this that we have, I think we can excel because we have some sporting activities, we have the co-curricular activities, and the learners cannot only depend on the academics because one can be good in classes, but then he fails to get the opportunity to get that education because the higher learning education, because maybe after primary, the government says it is free, like secondary, the government says it is free, but now when you go above that, you might not, they might not be able to continue with their education. But then you have those learners who are not good in class, but then in the co-curriculum activities, they are better. And I think they can pick it from that if we have those quality, maybe the playing ground and those things that are needed. Some of them might end up becoming great footballers that we have. We can have good athletes, but they can start it from here. So I think if we have such an opportunity comes knocking, we'll be very much grateful because some of the pupils will be able to nurture their talents.
And in order to get variety of views, I spoke to one female teacher as well.
My name is Nancy Mbai. I'm a standard grade 3 teacher. I've been teaching here for 1 year. I think the environment has a lot of effect to the children because, as you see, this is an urban center because there is no much land, maybe some of the, what can we say, the social environment that they can be able to associate with themselves. Generally, the challenges maybe it is some of our pupils come from very poor backgrounds and they cannot afford the school fees and also the other needs. So sometimes because of that challenges, they end up missing classes. Something that I wish we could have is just maybe a playground, some of the equipment that maybe they have never seen, like the computer maybe.
After learning about all their challenges, one thing that amazes me is the zeal and positive mindedness of every single person here. Despite the day-to-day obstacles that Better Life faces, they still manage to give these children the best legacy that anyone could ever give to a child, which of course is education. The children are happy to be in school, very optimistic and willing to learn, despite the challenges being faced by the school.
My name is Fidema Gatha Kilonzi. I am in Standard 8 in Better Life Community Center. I like drawing and I live in Mathare North Area 3. Sometimes we get a lot of pupils that makes the classes congested, and maybe the textbooks are few. We have a lot of difficulties.
Kwa majina naitwa Eric Musa Muinde. Niko na miaka 14. Nilizaliwa 2005, 11th November. I stay in Mathare North in Area 2 in Nairobi County. I like playing football and watching movies. I'm in Standard 7 in Better Life Community Center. Kama singekuwa in Better Life, sasa ningekuwa kwa streets na hao watoto wengine wenye hawana wazazi, tukivuta glue na tukifanya kazi ya wizi. Nafurahia kukaa hapa kwa sababu najua vitu mingi zenye singewahi jua kama singekuja hapa. Kuna vitu ningependa ziongezwe hapa kama library, ndio niko napata vitabu mingi naweza kujirevise peke yangu bila mwalimu.
In future, I would like to become a doctor.
In future, ningependa kuwa pilot, ndio ni travel all over the world.
The teachers are also very passionate about their duties. Before wrapping up my visit, I asked Mr. Mwanzia if I could get in touch with any of the pupils who have graduated from here and are now currently pursuing higher education. He gladly connects me with Miss Ruthie, who now studies at United States International University, Africa.
My name is Mwanzia Ruthie. I'm an IBA major and I'm in my senior year, and my concentration is finance. I studied in Better Life in my kindergarten and class 1, class 2 and class 3. I studied there until I moved to another school because the school was not able to, it didn't have the facilities for me to study in class 4 and beyond. My experience in that school was good because I was with a community of people I knew. However, we were limited by facilities as teachers and equipment in school. You find that even the school where it was located at that time during the post-election violence, it becomes a bit hard to go to school because we are in a deeply politicized area. Yeah, so in terms of learning experience, it was good because it helped me work hard in life and just look forward beyond what I can see. When I think about it, I am actually very grateful to be there because someone else in like remote areas would have wanted to be in a position like I am. So in as much as it was not the best facilitated school, I'm grateful to have been there because at least I get to have education, which most young girls were not able to have. I would love to be a development expert. I would also want to work in Total because I have an interest in electric cars and new technology. So I'd want to be part of innovative ideas, bringing the technology and implementing it fully in Kenya. I feel like Better Life needs plenty of support, especially with regards to textbooks, exercise books and stationaries, because you find that most parents in the marginalized areas in Mathare do not have the capacity to take their children to school as well as buying for them textbook, because especially in the new curriculum where one set of textbook costs about 10,000 Kenyan shilling. So for a common mwananchi, affording that will be expensive. So when stakeholders come on board and support this institution with regards to stationaries and all that, I believe it will make the students even have a better experience. And yes, I would still go back to and give back to that society. That's why I would want to be a development expert and just try to do whatever I can.
What we tell them is that because we are in the slums, it does not mean that their life will end in slums. They can be in slums for today because their parents cannot be able to move to the apartments that are within us or that are neighboring us. But with them, they can make a very big change from the kind of life that they are living currently.
I'm very much grateful to see that my objectives are met when I see these children are proceeding on with education and they will enjoy life in the future through education. Because our focus is totally to change the community through education.
Spending these few hours with the Better Life community awakened my sense of humanity. I realized that not everyone is born with a silver spoon, but with the help of kind-hearted individuals like the director and staff of Better Life School, and of course anyone who would come across this documentary, the sky will be the stepping stone for these less privileged children.